Nintendo Switch 2 is almost here, and GameStop is going to do a great midnight release, and your boy Mr. Wright is here to tell you how to go to the midnight release, how to get you a Switch 2 on the day of the release, and a lot more. So let's get into it. What do people need to know about picking up this Switch 2?
So on June 4th, we will be having any extra consoles available at 3 p.m. at most locations. At least here at this location, we will be having them at 3 p.m. Open for any extra people that want to come in and buy their consoles. We can't release them at 3 p.m., but at 11 p.m. on most, if not all locations, you are able to pick them up if you have pre-ordered it or did that early little like 3 p.m. pickup as well. Most GameStops will also be doing events, whether they're doing like food trucks. Some places I've heard they're doing food trucks, cool things like that. Here at this location, I know we're gonna have some Switches here for like little mini tournaments for like Smash Bros, Mario Kart, things like that. So, but it just kind of depends on your location. I would get in touch with whatever location you're at, and then you can kind of go from there, and you'll figure it out all the details.
Sweet. Yo, your boy Mr. Wright is so
excited! So excited!
That's right, I am so excited for the Nintendo Switch 2, and if you're excited just like I am, make sure you hit the subscribe button now. The midnight release, as you saw. Now, the midnight release is starting at 3 p.m. on the 4th, just like they said, right? All right, so the Switch section has moved over here. As you can see, this big wall will be for Nintendo Switch 2 stuff. And they're gonna have additional units. GameStop's been getting a lot of Nintendo Switch 2s, so you wanna be there at 3 p.m. to pre-ring. That means you're gonna pay for the Nintendo Switch 2 in full if you did not get a pre-order. And while you're there, you might want to stay into midnight when the Nintendo Switch 2 releases, because they're gonna have so many activities.
And here's the thing, it'll give us so much extra space in our room to do activities.
Some GameStops are barbecuing, some GameStops are giving away games, some GameStop is playing games. I mean, it's going to be a huge event, and your boy's going to be covering it, so make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see the midnight release for the Switch 2, because this is like a once-in-a-lifetime event. We're not going to have too many midnight releases, so your boy's going to take full advantage of it and capture all of this on the channel. All right, they're getting ready to do the Switch 2 stuff. As you can see, this is where the Switch 1 was at, but the Switch 1 section actually moved down here. Alright, so there we go, Switch 2 stuff. This is where the Switch 2 is going to be at, so we're going to help you get ready to get the Switch 2 stuff, so let's talk about that. As you can see, they got the Switch 2 stuff up, y'all. They still got to get this green out the way, but I guess this is where the Switch 2 stuff is going. Come set. So most of your GameStops, this is where Switch 2 stuff goes. It used to be right over here, but most GameStops are changing. But yeah, Switch 2 is, let's talk about that. Yeah. All right, y'all, so I'm here paying this bundle off. We're gonna talk about how you're gonna get your Switch 2 in just a minute, but at GameStop. Everything's down to the wire, so this is the final time. Come in, try to get your stuff, get it paid off. To pay off my stuff right now, so let's go over some of the information, right? Let's put this on the screen. You didn't pre-order, additional Switch 2 units will be available in store and online at lunch while supplies last. Your lunch event begins in store at 3 p.m. local time on the 4th. The Switch 2 pickup start at midnight. Some places, if you're in California, you're going to get it like at 9 p.m. So you're going to have it early. Now here's another good thing too, right? It's gonna have 40% off, which we went over in the video. It's weird math, but you're getting more trade credit, right? So you can get extra 40% trade credit on that means any games you trade in towards Nintendo Switch 2 games. Now, when you do this, you might want to do this early at 3 o'clock, because this is for every GameStop. That means GameStop in Canada, GameStops in North America, GameStops in your mama's basement. Bring those extra games you might picked up like at pawn shops, Goodwills, stuff like that. Games that you don't want to play anymore. Some games that you probably got super cheap and want to trade them in and got good value for them. Trade those games in at 3 p.m. So this is what is going to happen. You're going to go to GameStop. They're gonna pre-ring you. You're gonna pay for the Nintendo Switch in full. That means either the Mario Kart bundle or the regular Switch bundle, whatever they have, whatever you want. GameStop is going to be the place you want to do this at. They're gonna ring that out. Then you're gonna ring your games. They're gonna give you a receipt, and they're gonna write a number on your receipt. That's your number going to be in line. So you can pick it up that night, or you got 48 hours to pick up your Nintendo Switch 2 and your games. And also too, they're gonna be giving out free Red Bull. Yeah, it's gonna give you wings, so you're gonna be up all night for the Switch 2. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Red Bull myself, but you know, it's okay. It'll make, you know, probably mix good with some drinks, but we're gonna talk about that on the podcast the next day. So make sure you subscribe for that also. Now, I know a lot of you out there probably saying, why pre-order? Listen, when this new generation is coming, right? You want to pre-order. That means it guarantees that you're going to get your system and your game. Pre-ordering a system for me was $50, right? But this pre-ring is going to be different. You're going to pay for the full Nintendo Switch. They might do $50 and you can pick it up when you get the Switch, but I'm telling you, just pay it off right then if you can. If you're not, just wait till another time. This is for people who are looking to get the Nintendo Switch 2 on the day of launch. Now, what you want to bring to this Nintendo Switch 2 launch? Bring your ID. Guys, bring you a chair to sit down in. I'm telling you, if you don't bring you a chair, you're going to be standing up all day or be sitting on the ground. Bring you some lunch. Bring you something to eat. Those events, they might have some food there. So you might not need food, but if they're not doing food, you're going to have to Uber Eats or bring you something else to snack on. Another tip, make sure you bring your charger. Make sure you bring 2 chargers. You might need one for your phone and you might need one for your Nintendo Switch 1. And speaking of the Nintendo Switch 1, are you trading your Nintendo Switch 1 in? All right, so GameStop has this right here. Let's go through that. All right, so right here on the screen, guys, you're getting ready for moving day. I'm gonna put this on the screen. I'm gonna give you about 30 seconds to read it, but just pause it so you can check this out. So you're trading the Nintendo Switch 1 in. That's perfect. That is great. You're gonna get some great trading credit for it. But follow all of these instructions to a T so you can get all your save files and all your stuff on your Nintendo Switch 2, guys. Yeah, guys, these instructions are very, very simple. Just follow these to a T. Wipe your Switch 1, transfer everything to the Switch 2, get your credit, and boom. It's so easy. So, ladies and gentlemen who are getting the Nintendo Switch 2 at GameStop, congratulations. Let me know down in the comments below. What bundle are you getting? Also, I want to know what games and accessories are you going to get. Make sure you hit subscribe button for all the Nintendo Switch 2 news, GameStop news. A lot of great stuff is going on the channel. I cannot wait to see your responses in the comments. And guys, you know I am so
excited! So excited!
That's right, I was so excited for all of you guys. The Nintendo Switch 2 is almost here, and I'm getting mine from GameStop, and I hope you get yours there too. And always remember to do it the right way.